Hi guys, Adam from Ecowise here. Well, we're in a different situation today. As perhaps you can see, we're in a boat on a lake. And this lake is at the foothills of the mountains. And it's a lake that they thought was formed at the end of the last glaciation, here probably about 9,000 years ago, with material that was shifted from a big glacier that came out of Val d'Aosta that's over there, one of the major big valley passes. And the glacier would have been like 90 or 100 meters tall and pushed all this moraine, all this material, this gravel and rocks and sand and all kinds of material got shoved and left in interesting patterns. And in some of those areas, like here, it filled in with water and became lakes. So these lakes are associated with the glaciation that was in this area. And this particular lake has probably been here for about 9,000 years and is very rich, with a very beautiful and relatively intact ecology. And this time of year is a great time to be here because it's before all the mosquitoes arrive and before it gets too hot to be sitting out here in the full sun. And in the winter, most of the vegetation that's now come back dies back. And there's a very complex relationship in lakes with the nutrients that are dissolved in the water or when they become part of the actual biomass and the living material. And it's one of the most productive ecosystems you find anywhere on the planet. The edge of a lake like this, these reeds and the materials you're seeing around us here, the plant materials grow incredibly fast and photosynthesize very, very efficiently, and create a lot of material. So therefore the ecosystem is very rich, and in terms of biomass, in terms of its productivity, it makes a lot of stuff, which leads to fish, birds, amphibians, etc., etc., etc. We've been here trying to see this quite elusive bird that's a really cool thing. You can hear it singing behind me. It's got an amazing voice. And in English it's called a great reed warbler. And it's the size of a thrush. It's quite big for a warbler. And it's got this incredibly jarring, loud, complex, kind of arrogant, mouthy call. You can hear the song. And it's quite curious, so it keeps hopping up to us. Well, up to us meaning into this alder tree that's growing in the water here, and in the reeds that are behind it. And it probably arrived here not long ago. It migrates to North Africa like most things in this part of the world in the winter and comes back, and it's probably establishing its territory here in its nesting area, I'm guessing, but that's probably what's going on. And we're going to go that way and see what else we can see. She's coming out onto the... Oh, they don't... Ooh, a crow coming to get the eggs. Ooh, dear. Look at that. There must be eggs in that nest. The great crested grebe pair bravely fought off the crow. crow that's coming in to try making trouble. I'm going to move a bit further away so we don't disturb them anymore. So there's a great crested grebe pair with a nest under the willows here. And we just saw a bit of a drama moment when the crow was coming in, probably to eat, try getting the eggs. Perhaps there's babies there, I can't see, but wouldn't mind a baby or two either. This is a dangerous time for birds when they're nesting here. And a lot of them have a strategy of trying to keep still and keep quiet so they're not seen by predators. So here we got that crow. It's a hooded crow, which you don't see in Britain that much apart from in Scotland, but in Europe it's more common than the all-black carrion crow, it's called. So this is the hooded crow, and crows are smart, and they know this bird here is probably doing the rounds. It's probably going to check up on the places that it remembers it's seen nesting birds by the water, to see when there's an opportunity to grab an egg or a chick. And it's constantly vigilant, going up and down looking for an opportunity. And they all look in the water there. You see? You see? And over here is a nutria in Italian. You see it in there? It's a big mammal. It's a rodent, like a giant rat, that was actually introduced here and escaped from farms where they used to breed them to make fur for the fur industry. And they've escaped and they're everywhere now. And there's probably all kinds of consequences on this ecosystem of having them here. But they're still pretty cool anyway. So we're coming closer to a really rare bird. It's in Italian Erone Rosso. In Italian it's called a purple heron. It's a bit like a grey heron, but a smaller, more delicate, and it's got, like you'd imagine from the name, kind of some purpley red buff colouring on its neck. Okay, we're going to see if we can get closer. It will probably just break cover and start flying. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's still there. There it is. See it against the sky now. Look at it. It's quite a delicate looking thing. Probably a bit worried about us coming closer. But it's going to start flying any minute. Yeah, you can see it pretty good. Look at that. Look, there you go. There you go. Look at that. Ooh.